Good morning, world. The natural expectation for relationships is generally that they are going to move forward, but for many couples, moving forward can mean different things. For some, it means getting married and moving towards family, but other couples very often opt for living together or cohabitating without taking the step of getting married. And that's why today we're discussing 5 tips for co-living for couples, or 5 discussions that couples need to have before they do that big move of moving in together. First is to discuss and make sure that this is something you both want and not something you feel you have to do. So very often couples move in together when they're not ready, or they feel unprepared, or they're not ready to make that commitment to marriage, and they live together. But this is not saying that this is the only reason couples move in together. There are a gazillion billion reasons that a couple will move in together, but I'm just using this as an example. Whatever your reason is, make sure that this step of moving in together, of cohabitating, is something that you both want and not something you feel you have to do, which sometimes happen because people, or maybe within the couple or outside of the couple, expect, okay, it's been so long and there's a next step that needs to happen, and when they're not ready for marriage or they don't want marriage, the next step can be moving in together. But whatever your reason is, make sure that it is something that you both want and not something that you both feel or either of you feel that you have to do. 2, discuss finances, financial contributions, as well as create a budget. You're discussing finances because now your income, your finances are no longer that of one individual. They are that of a couple. So you need to be making sure that you are addressing your finances, what your financial goals are, just the same way I addressed it for couples or for family, that you should be discussing your budget. You should be doing that. One important tip is that you're discussing financial contributions. When couples are not married, sometimes they may not want to be investing their whole income into household responsibilities. So whatever the contribution arrangement is going to be, maybe one of you make more than the other, and you're going to have a 30 70 60 40 kind of split of what percentage of the household budget you are contributing to. Whatever that contribution is going to be, make sure that you discuss it ahead of time, instead of you move in together and you expect her to put her whole check, or him to put his whole check in the household, but he wants to save for something that he wants, or whatever that is going to be. And of course, create a budget, because if the 2 of you are putting money together, you should both have a say in how that money is being spent. So if you are contributing money to a household pot, you want to make sure that you're budgeting accordingly, to make sure that you're contributing enough, and 2, that you guys are in agreement with how that money being contributed is being spent. 3, discuss household maintenance and expectations. When a couple moves in together, there are things that a guy may expect, there are things that a woman may expect that the other party is unaware of or was not planning on doing. So make sure that you address those things. Okay, are you expecting that because you move in now, your partner is going to be responsible for your laundry? Are you expecting that your partner is now going to be cooking family meals for both of you every day? All these little expectations that we have, or that we think this is how a household runs, we need to make sure that you address, because they're gonna come up. Discuss roles and adjustments and expectations of family and friends. There are things that we do in our individual homes as single people that may not be as acceptable or as accommodating in a couple's home. You may have your friends hang out and drop in at any time of the night to hang out or watch a game or play or read or whatever it is that your friends come to your house to do. That when your house is no longer just your house, when there's another person in the home, they may not be able to do. Maybe your mom has keys to your home where she can drop in whenever she feels like it. But as a couple, it may not be acceptable. I may not want somebody's mom dropping in whenever she feels like dropping in, and I'm sitting in the living room and keys are going in my door. Those little things need to be addressed. First, you address them together, and of course, make sure that you have that conversation with the outside parties, because if you guys decide, yeah, your mom cannot come to your house and stick her key in the door whenever she feels like it, you need to make sure that your mom also knows this so that she does not do it. And finally, discuss personal needs and expectations, because as individuals, we have quirks, we have needs, we have things that are specific to us that another person may not know. Even if you were spending every day at your boyfriend's house, there are things that you do in the morning that your boyfriend may not know about. Maybe you're that person that in the morning you need to have that extra 5 minutes where you just sit by the tub and catch that last 5 minutes of sleep and you don't want to be disturbed. Maybe you need a special something done and when you first get home, maybe or maybe you're one of these people who want the towels a specific way, otherwise it drives you nuts. Whatever those special things about you, special things that you need. Maybe you don't want to be talked to the first 5 minutes of the day, or when you first walk into the door, or maybe you're one of those people who want to be greeted when you first walk into the door. All these little things, special quirks and special needs or special expectations that are particular to you that someone else may not know. Make sure that your partner knows, because you want to both be comfortable in your home, in the home that you share together. Quick recap. Discuss and make sure that moving in together is something that you both want and not something that either of you feels that you have to do. 2, discuss finances, financial contributions, as well as create a budget, because you want to make sure that you both know where the money is going and that you are in agreement with how your money is being spent. 3, discuss household maintenance and expectations. If you expect someone to be doing your laundry, make sure they know before you guys move in that you are expecting that. 4, discuss roles and adjustments and expectations of family and friends. Your household as a couple will be different from your household as an individual. So make sure that you understand what the new expectations are, what the changes are, and of course discuss them with those outside parties to make sure that they understand what the new rules are. And finally, discuss personal needs and expectations, any special little things about you, any special needs that you may have, any little quirks that you may have. Make sure your partner knows them so that they can help you have a comfortable life in your new home together. That is it for today. Good morning, world. Have a great day.